All right, welcome back. It is Black Lodge Trivia Night. I guess I never know where to look. I can look at the screen, but then or do I look at the camera? I don't know. Anyway, Black Lodge Trivia Night. Here I am. I've got Darklands back up. Going to try and sneak in another session. I think the last time I gave up on a mine, I got to the end of the mine, realized I couldn't deal with the kobolds that kept sort of spawning, and I didn't know if there was a way to shut that down. I didn't have anything in the clue book that sort of steered me to how you could beat it. And again, for the longest time, I thought I was on a completely different storyline for the mines, because I think there are three separate ones. I thought I was on the megalomaniacal dwarf. It was actually the dwarf kobold war. So after I decided, okay, so I can't do this. I'm not there yet. I started looking around. I'm like, I need to figure out what to do next. And I confess, it's been so long since I played this game that I wasn't sure what to do next. So I did a little Googling, and I actually found a pretty decent little thing over on the Steam forums, I think. And I'll try and link it in the description of the show, and I may have even bookmarked it. So I definitely should be able to track it down, and hopefully I'll remember to put it in the link in the description. But it's really good. It gives us sort of like a breakdown, character creation, getting started, stepping out, and starting the mid game. And I think that's what I'm starting to approach, is starting to do the mid game. So they suggest we're trying to get to Nuremberg, but I think that I'm not quite hitting the numbers they suggest, like getting full plate or whatever. So I think I'm a little bit before that. And what they basically recommend at this point is just hitting the road. It's just getting out there, walking around, running into different random encounters. And honestly, that's sort of what the beauty of this game is. And again, I, I keep saying, like, let me just, yeah, so that's what I was just double checking. Yeah. So like, get alchemical supplies, go to cities with universities, get somebody with a healing up to 50, or 30, get your stealth up to 50, different things like that. One of the interesting things it mentions is you can build up like your stealth and artifice by like breaking into Medici shops and stuff like that at night. So I got to confess, this mute button saves me so much hassle. Word of advice: if you're going to get into whatever this hot garbage is that I'm doing right now, make sure your mic can mute. If you get an XLR mic, figure out an interface that can mute. Elgato's Wavelink, the Wave XLR, awesome mute button, pretty good DSP. I've got the Rodecaster Pro 2, probably overkill, but awesome mute functionality. I have a Lewitt Connect 6 over here that I route a bunch of other audio things through. No mute button. It's an awesome device. If it had a mute button, it would be, I would have just stopped looking, but it just doesn't have a mute button. And I probably talked about this on some stream. I don't know if it was this or Demon Souls or my Elden Ring 99 sessions of that. Anyway, mute buttons. They make XLR mute buttons. I have one that's they call it. It's not technically a mute button. It's a -60. Do I have it here? Hold on one sec. This is nonsense, but whatever. I think this is like your pretty classic Rolls mic switch. Double XLR ports. So you plug the mic in and then send the other one to your device. It's a -60 dB. I don't know if it's a pad. I don't know what the technical jargon is. You hit it, it drops 60 dB off your signal, so it's not a true mute. The trouble I had with this is, hear that? Works well, but I need a mute switch that doesn't get picked up by mic. Let me see if it was off to the side. I guess if you get enough distance away from it, you get a microphone that's pretty good about rejecting side noise. I'm pushing it now. I'm barely reading anything on my level, so maybe it's pretty quiet if you get a decent distance away from. Anyway, none of this matters. So, Darklands. Get out there, wander the world, get some stats up. The real reason why you're wandering the world is hitting universities, trying to get your alchemical recipe booklet up. You're trying to get your saints up. So you're trying to sort of build like a wealth of resources that you can pull from. And as I was saying, like when I was in the mine, the problem I was having is that I didn't have any healing alchemical potions to sustain myself in the fight. So not that I know what the healing potion is called in this game, but I'm sure I could Google that pretty easily. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back into the game. Let me close this down. And again, I'll make sure to try and get the link to this Steam thing in the description. Now, the trick is you're seeing we're on the map. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. Okay, there we go. We can close this. We were down... There's Würzburg, Nuremberg. We're pretty close to Nuremberg, so that's where they're saying you want to go for the mid game. I don't know why. I didn't want to read ahead too much because not that spoilers, whatever, but I just sort of trying to keep it a little bit of a surprise. Like, what am I trying to do? But they recommend like you get plate mail for your tank, which I might be starting to approach. You get like you deck yourself out and then you hit Nuremberg. So we're somewhere Speyer maybe, and we were built up a pretty decent reputation. There's Speyer right there. So yeah, let's I probably should have tested this. Let's switch over to the game. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's the story continues. Load our last save game. So I know we crossed over past midnight, so we got 9 minutes past midnight. One where I just totally forgot to put a timestamp. So I don't know which one's right. So let's try this one. I feel like we got out of the mine. So let me try. Oh, here's one with a timestamp, 33 minutes after midnight, 45 minutes after midnight. Let's try that one. Here we go. Great. We're back. I think in Speyer. I think we can party info. So we are, oh yeah, we're in Speyer. We actually, oh, right. We don't have any party reputation here. We're down at 3. I don't know if it's worth actually doing anything here, but let's hit the streets because we healed ourselves up. So we did that. We made a teeny bit of money on the way to it. So let's see what we got. One thing that I sort of uncovered is if you go to, let's see, the market, pavilions of foreign traders. I think this is what I was reading. The pavilions of foreign traders are going to be a little bit cheaper, potentially. I thought there was some specific kind of thing to look for in this area. It might not be as good, but they might be a little bit cheaper, but maybe that's not the case. Oh, the pawn shop. That's what it was. It's the pawn shop. You can see there was 25 quality. Now we're looking at 17 quality. So, you can get a little bit of a deal if you need to go a little cheap. And if you remember the way like quality works, like at least in armor, you're subtracting the quality of the weapon from the quality of the armor, and every maybe 10 points of difference, you subtract 1, or there's some formula. So that's what quality is going to do for you. But now we're going to go to, let's try the Medici representative. We don't have any reputation here, so let's see if they'll let us get an audience. Okay. The senior clerk introduces you to the Medici representative, Aldebert Goethe, who greets you with warmth and friendliness. Interesting. Sir, your reputation is well known. Oh, maybe there's like a reputation that's local rep 40. So within the city it's only 3, but got a little buzz going on. Okay, so we're respected, so that's good. Okay. I'm hoping you may be of some service to me in a matter of some import. Sighard nods politely. But first, let me show you this modest purse. He opens a strong box displaying 5 florins, a princely sum. Carefully, he closes and locks the box. Now, let me explain our difficulty. I'd be curious how this part works. So, Skyrim, I don't know how much it was in Oblivion, but I know it was very prominent in Skyrim. I'm just going to look at this, whatever. And it was really good about mixing and matching randomized quests and sticking them where you were. I don't know if that makes sense, right? So you could, let me do something real quick. Again, I think I've mentioned before, I get weird things going on with my audio. On my Rodecaster, I'm barely hitting yellow. I might not be hitting yellow at all. No, I'm getting into the yellow a little bit. On OBS, I'm way in the red. So I just wanted to slap a limiter on there because I don't want it to peak in OBS because I don't know. I'm recording in OBS and I just don't know. Anyway, going back to what I was trying to say, Skyrim, I think we talked about this before. Skyrim has a really solid system underneath it where it can piece together a quest and it can stick it nearby. So there's a quest to rescue the mayor's daughter. I'm just making this up. Rescue the mayor's daughter, right? It can give it to you here. It can give it to you there. Whenever it decides to pull it, it can do it. It can say, okay, what locations are nearby? Okay, a cave. Great. The cave's going to be populated by bandits. Great. Okay, stick a boss in there. And it pieces together what turns out to be like a dynamic quest, but it still feels a little bespoke. That might be too strong, but it doesn't feel like it was just pulled from a bunch of tables and stuck in the nearest cave, if you know what I mean. On some level, the presentation makes you believe that it was intended to be there. And I want to say, as a total layman, that might be one of the things that draws me to Skyrim the most is is that it can do, it doesn't draw me like wanting to play it, but one of the things I find the most fascinating is that system underlying everything's, because honestly, I try and tie this back to RPGs. That's something that we have to do as dungeon masters, right? Or game masters. You have to, especially if you're running kind of a sandboxy thing, you might have some ideas, and I was doing this, I was running a Harn campaign and I sort of set it up as a mini sandbox. And I made sure I had stuff like I could pop this off here. I could pop this off there. Like if they go south into the woods instead of north into the woods, that it doesn't matter where they bump into it. It's just as long as they're in the woods, you sort of have to come up with these things as a GM so you can use all the ideas that you come up with, or else you're going to exhaust yourself. Anyway, so I'm curious how much of that is in play here, because I feel like one of the beauties of Darklands is that in my head, at least in some capacities, it's well ahead of its time. And I'm wondering if they had some systems in place to help that out. But let's see what he says. The Scroll of Karl is my goal. It relates to the history of ancient times. I must have it. I believe that a rich collector currently has it, the good merchant in the city of Nimwegen. I fear lest the owner sell it to some other collector, he adds. Please do not tarry over long. Okay, so I probably should set something up on my computer, like a Google Doc or a spreadsheet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to write, I'll write this down for now and I'll figure it out. I actually would love to just write it in a notebook, even though you can't search it. But I don't know if other people have this. Some people are really into pens. I love writing with a number 2 pencil on paper. Something about it. Okay, Scroll of Karl. And it's in Nimwegen. Apologies for my pronunciation. Okay. Cool. I fear lest the owner sell it to some other collector. Please do not tarry over long. So the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out where we're going. So we're looking for Nimwegen. So let's quickly duck over to the map. There we go. Let's bring this back out. Let's find Nimvegan. So again, you can go over here. Nimvegan A4. It might not be that far from us, right? A4. It looks like it's right on the edge of the map. So it's right here. We are here in Speyer. So, this would be kind of something cool to check out. I don't know if it's going to work, but you see, like, there's a river that connects Speyer to Nimvegan. So I wonder if there's a way, because I just haven't done it, like maybe we could try charting a boat. So yeah, let's give that a shot. Let's tarry over long. In the office of the Medici, the greatest banking house in the world, you respectfully discuss your business with a senior clerk. You slip out a side door to the back alley. Why not? Do it in the sleaziest way possible. Okay, so let's go to the docks. And let's see if there's a boat. We could take a boat to... I say worms. I know, like, verms for 3 groschen. So that doesn't get us really very far. That's basically one town north. Other options are Heidelberg and Strasbourg. Those are in the wrong direction. At least Heidelberg is. And I wonder why they're grayed out. The price is all the same, but maybe it's reputation. Let's see. Let's just head out of the city and we'll start making our way up to... One of the things they also... The link that I'll put in the description says is always try talking past the guards. Don't pay the toll. There's no harm if you fail. So it's a possibility to bump up your like speak common. We're going to walk right past. And we're going to start making our way north. So that's Speyer that we just left here. Next one we're going to encounter is worms. Now I keep thinking, you know, like on a battle map, you can hold the shift button and hit the edge of the... Okay. Ahead you see the pavilion of a traveling alchemist. Frowning guards stand up and pull out weapons. The alchemist steps out of his tent and hefts a nasty-looking potion in one hand. He speaks, "Halt! Hand over all alchemical material. We'll give you a fair price, but we need it now." Knowing that his fair price is a sham, you... Okay, let's take a look. Just hand over all components. No. Let's try talking, right? What's the worst that can happen? Seacart eloquently defends your party to the evil alchemist. Were you not once a poor apprentice starting your career? After several minutes of plaintive pleas, even the alchemist's hard heart is touched, and he lets you go. Yeah, why not? Awesome, right? Again, it's you know, the advantage of being a night owl and living with people that aren't, although my son is still up doing homework. It's 11 o'clock now, so it's not as late as when I started last time. Is that, yeah, this is the easiest way for me to sneak in a full recording, and it's kind of nice. It's a nice way to end the day. So I'm assuming this is going to be worms, firms, whatever. And, oh yeah, this is going to be Mainz because you can see the river, you know, going east-west here. So, but yeah, it's a nice way to stop. But at the same time, you know, it leaves you exhausted the next day. And I know I keep promising, can't promise a full playthrough, but there's something about this game that's drawing me to it. So maybe I can like hit the dark web and get like old World War II Benzedrine pills or something and just fucking go. Okay, so I think I checked. This was some kind of monastery. Let's give it a save. We're, you know, a couple days. Well, let's see, 10:03. I guess because we played after midnight. So, but it's been a couple days since the last session. It's 23:10. Okay. I kind of want to check this out again. You don't like the land you're walking over. It looks sere and dry, and you feel a sort of mental oppression. Suddenly you hear a harsh caw and turn to see gray twisted shapes flapping towards you. They look like some sort of gargoylish hellspawn. You speedily make the decision to talk to it and remind it, weren't they once? No. Oh, we could try for a saint. Yeah, why not, right? Like, what's the... So we have 74 divine favor. So far our success is 0. I wonder... Let me use the hotkeys. So if I burn all of it, our success is still 0. I wonder why. So let's not pray right now. Let's draw weapons and defend ourselves. Let's see how badly... We just saved it, right? Okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe? It's hard to tell. Let's see if we can get some missile shots. Yeah, why not? 2 missile. No. Okay, so let's go back to 2. 2 might need to walk. Or just need to pop out to the side. 3 is going to need to... let's see if they can get a missile shot off. Yeah, okay. And let's see what 4 should have line of sight or whatever. Nope. Nope. Missile. There we go. Okay. These things move fast. Now I'm hoping Henri finally is able to get a shot off. Even if they miss, hopefully like their stats. Okay. I think it's go time here. Okay, so let's get 1 attack. 4 attack. 2. Let's just all attack. And then 3 attack. Boom. Let's all go after the same one. Let's see how badly we get killed. Weak opening. Okay, but we're doing damage, so it's not like... Oh, Henri's going to go down. Sigrun's on her way. So they're not impervious, but they are definitely more than we can handle at the moment. So I'm curious if this was random or if this had something to do with the monastery. Okay. I'm curious what happens when you lose to like evil monsters. They're not going to rob you. After your defeat, the monsters search your body. Nope, they do rob you. Okay. Taking all your gear with cacophonic delight. Then, to your horror, the gargoyles grab Sigrun and fly off with her. You know she will never be seen again in this world. No, so it was definitely not... So yeah, let's load that back up. That was just a random encounter then. Okay. Yeah, it's 10-3. Yeah, let's make an offering. Why not? A smile brightens the old monk's face. Truly a generous gift for the sake of Our Lady, he says softly. Together you pray for a while, then you offer to share some of your provisions with him. Sure. Let us eat together in my humble abode. I think we might all fit inside, offers the monk. It's a tight fit, but the company's worth the discomfort. Over a pleasant meal, you exchange news and rumors. There are reports of something ravaging the countryside north from here. Some even talk of a dragon being seen in the skies. Oh, here we go. Everyone is talking about the mines near Speyer. It said the miners have stopped working because of knocker attacks within the mines. Blacksmiths and guildsmen are worried about the metal supplies, while friars and preachers excite everyone's fears and superstitions. The miners are rumored to offer a reward to anyone who can solve the problem. Yeah, I took a crack at it and I failed. Okay. Again, it makes me wonder, like, what's the sort of mission generation going on in the background? So this just might be the area, might be messed up. Let's see if we can run. Now, sometimes you can flee, but the gargoyles are so fast that I don't know. Okay, so let's see what happens. I mean, I know what's gonna happen. Again, not great openings. Not doing any damage. Okay, now I'm starting to do a little damage. So it seems like Henri. What has Henri got? He's got a halberd, so that did damage. Somebody else did some damage too, and I'm not sure who. Interesting, C card went down first. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try one more time because I'm just kind of curious. Like, am I just not able to head to the northwest? What if I? Nope. Okay. What if I cross the river south and then get back on the road? Just wondering if there's, maybe there's just something. You know what? I'm going to stay focused, eye on the prize, keep making my way to Nimwegen, or however you say it. Okay. Ahead on the road, you see a party of pilgrims. Their leader, a frail old friar, greets you. You ask their destination. We seek the Shrine of St. Mary on the outskirts of Koblenz. Now, I'm heading in that direction anyway. That's the next city to our north, on this road to the northwest. You see that the old men and women hobbling along could use all the... Yeah, you know what? Let's interrupt your travels and escort them. The friar is delighted to have an escort. These roads are most dangerous, he agrees. I hadn't said anything yet, but I guess we're agreeing. Twice already we've been beset by bandits. They took what money and valuables we had, but then otherwise left us whole. But I have heard of others who kill every victim. So I'm curious if this is going to do a random encounter generator roll, and if not, just sort of fast travel you to Koblenz. The trip's slow and laborious, with the aged pilgrims taking 2 days. Fortunately, it's an uneventful trip, with no more excitement than bandaging a sprained ankle. Outside the city, near the shrine, the friar and the pilgrims thank you for your aid and protection. You say farewell, feeling happy with the spirit of true giving. So we might be at Koblenz now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save. So again, I was kind of curious. Maybe let me see. Is Henri who's got? Trying to see how many divine favor. It's 99. I guess we'd have 99 no matter what because we haven't. So I think earlier I mentioned running a sandbox game in Harn. I'd probably come up in a couple different ways. Maybe like last time I talked about how my sandbox kind of got derailed. Harn Master is the system. Harn World is the setting. Harn World is technically system agnostic, but it works very well, obviously, with Harn Master. Harn Master is awesome. Harn Master, it can be a little bit of work. It's very old school. Maybe I've mentioned somewhere that if I didn't have a VTT version of it to help automate certain aspects of the gameplay, I might not have run it, but Harn Master has this core set of rules, and then there's a separate book for religion. It actually, it sort of has a little bit of similarity to this. One of the books of magic, it's a very low magic setting, is religion. The other is straight up magic. And they're both separated out so you can keep them separate. You don't need to incorporate it. You don't need to let your players have them as character possibilities. But one of the cool things about religion in that game is you have sort of divine favor points that you can spend on miracles, prayers, whatever you want to call them. And then you have to get that sort of divine favor back. And I was kind of curious if giving money to the monastery or helping these pilgrims out would restore our divine favor. But since we were maxed out, we didn't really get to test that. In Harn, there's actual tables, if you go to mass, you get 2 points. If you defeat a great evil, you get 20. There's all these things to help you recover those points. And it's a little bit of work, but when I read it, I was like, you know what? This is manageable. It's not crazy. It's just a little bit of work. And if you have it in a VTT, that can help you track numbers. So, anyway, I was kind of curious if this had something similar under the hood. And I wondered that because the guy who made this game. Okay. Before you lies the walled city of Koblenz, a strong fortress city overlooking the Rhine-Moselle junction. It is the capital of all the lands ruled by the Archbishop of Trier. You suspect that you will be unknown here, therefore you. But given that the creator of this game was like super into RuneQuest, is that the right one? RuneQuest and Traveler. Maybe he encountered Harn too, and who knows. Let's see. We're just gonna go with broad daylight. And then here's what you do. It says, use your charm and speaking skills. Who's the leader? Let's see, we got a charisma 25, 24, 25, 11. Oof. What about speak common? We got a 7 for the 34, 28, 35. Sigrun's also got a charisma 25. Okay. Let's make Sigrun the leader. And let's just try sweet talking. The sergeant of the guard is overwhelmed by your charm. He invites you into the gatehouse for a dip of water to wash away the travel dust. Soon he regards you as old companions. He escorts you through a small passage and opens the guard room door to the city. Smiling, he says, no tolls for you today. You give him a friendly slap and stroll forth. The speed common went up. There you go. Okay. Yeah, why not, right? That's the thing we need to do. We're in the stage where we need to find interesting ways to boost our skills, not just combat. And so one of the things is, I think, I can't remember, I start and stop a lot and I apologize, but you're looking for churches, you're looking for universities, and seeing if you can get some training. The tall spires of a Gothic church arrow into the sky above you. We can visit a well-known church. We can go to the Deutsch Herrenhaus, where monks study church law and administration. Let's start by going to the well-known church. Okay, so here, to what I was saying about Harn Master. Virtuously give 4 Groschen and 6 Pfennings in hopes of gaining divine favor. We're maxed out, so it's not going to matter. I wonder if going to confession would have advanced our divine favor, but ooh. Means a totally different thing in modern time, but let's talk to the altar boy. The altar boy only knows that the next mass will be held at prime. Meanwhile, all the priests are resting or asleep. He suggests you return during the daytime. Interesting. Seek sanctuary. Like, usually I feel like that would be something that they would let me do. So let's leave the church. Let's head down a side street. Well, I mean, since we're here, let's kill some bitches. Just gonna let them walk into it. Going in cocky, See how this goes. Starting poorly. Oh, there's actual physical damage, not just endurance. Okay. Sigrun might go down. Henri did go down, so I think I was smart to be cocky, right? Yeah, no, that's like hot crap. Falchion's at 5 quality, and it still did a number on me. Can you get everything? I don't know if you can get everything. Okay. Leave. Okay. Oh, that's garbage. Maybe that's part of my problem, right? Got a long way to go. Let's head down and let's see if we can get one more fight in us. Suddenly alert, Eckhard senses danger nearby. He warns you all of a group of cutthroat thieves in ambush. I think we've encountered this one before, so I think we should be able to Can we ambush them? Yeah. So let's do that. Which again is going to set us up a bit further away. So maybe we can get like a missile attack on him. So I'm just setting up. Oh, right. Because he always needs to get out a little bit from the side. So let's have him walk. Let's sidestep. And then finally, just take shots all this lead guy. Again, anything we can do to get our stats up, I guess. I thought I spent a decent amount of time grinding bandits, but maybe like in the real world, I actually didn't do enough. Okay, let's see how this goes. Again, I'm trying to swarm a single guy so that you end up getting like flanking and, all sorts of stuff. Something I don't think I did very well in that first fight. But you see when when he gets surrounded, like they go down fast. Okay, so quarrel. I guess that would be a crossbow. Who has a crossbow? You know what? I'm just going to take it. I think Henri. Eckhard. Let's get Henri going. Because I think he's got a crossbow. So let's take that. Now, I think Sighard has an arrow. So let's do that. We'll figure it out later, I guess. All right. Bow went up. Get a little more of that. I guess Sighard's the only one that can actually fight. His thing is at like 70. I feel like maybe everybody needs to be doing that. Because the discrepancy between Sighard and Henri is pretty significant. Okay. Again, just setting up. So I think, for whatever tactics are available in this game, Henri has got a halberd. He does a butt ton of damage. And so what I need to be doing is maybe I need to be getting Sighard into the fight first, engaging, then have Henri step in the back and just beat the shit out of him with his 8-foot-long halberd. So who do we got? We got Sigrun, because I made her the leader to talk. Cool. Impact 45 to 46. I wonder how it determines 58 to 59. That's pretty good. I wonder how it determines if RuneQuest. Little history lesson. RuneQuest is a D100 system that I think has some of its oranges. Its origins from BRP, basic role playing system. Chicken and egg. I don't know which one came first. I don't know which one came second. And so, do I still have RuneQuest? I don't think I have RuneQuest. I have a PDF of BRP, basic role playing system. RuneQuest sort of spawned another game I have called Mithras by Design Mechanism. I really like that game. And so there's a way to tell if you gain stats. And in some D100 systems, if you use it, you sort of check it. And then at the end of, what you do a skill check. And what you want to do is you want to fail, which I know sounds counterintuitive. And if you fail, your skill goes up. And the reason why it works that way is because it's easier to fail when your skill's like a 30 than when it's at like 95, if that makes sense. So you have much less to learn at a 95 skill. So like a 30, you have a lot of room to improve. So it makes sense. So it's easy to fail. So it's easy to get a little bit better. But as you get better, it gets harder to get better, right? Like at some point you're nearing the top of your skill set. always thought that was a really clever way to do it. And I'm curious how much this might borrow given the designer's interest in RuneQuest. I'm sure it's not quite that simple. They've got a whole computer to calculate stuff, but I'm just curious. How are we doing on health? I'm getting by. Okay, stay time. So so we can go to Trier for 2 Grosh and 8 Fennings. Where's Trier? We're in Koblenz. So Trier's to the, you know what? Let me bring up the map because why not? Have I been showing? Have I been showing the map the whole time? So here's the problem. So basically, I've been walking around town just doing fights, getting my ass kicked. Part of the problem with how I'm doing this is I'm recording this in all at once. So usually I would record individual pieces. I would just have my ugly face on one recording and the game on another, and then who knows how I would do the map. But I've sort of built this as a template because sometimes I'm curious maybe how I might like try streaming something. And if that's the case, I want to, you got to build a template. But apparently, so what I do is I have layers, right? So I have, so I can turn on and off the game. If I had to stop, I could turn on and off, my camera. I have all these layers. I could turn on and off, whatever. So I forgot to turn the game back on. I had it. I had the map layer up instead. And let me see. There was something else I was going to mention about this. The other thing. For the last 5 sessions, I've completely forgotten to update the number in the upper right, upper left where it says part 7. So I always have to go into DaVinci Resolve where I do all my video work for this. And my professional work I do in Adobe Premiere for my job. But personal stuff, part of why I wanted to get into some of like the board game stuff that I did originally is to start learning DaVinci Resolve. And I've had in the last 5 sessions, I've had to go into DaVinci Resolve and, block out 07 and change it to the right number. But, so let me go back to the map now that I realize I never turned it on. Apologies for that. And so we can go to Trier, I don't know, Trier, but you can see we're in Koblenz and that's to the southwest. And we're looking to get to, this road up to Nimwegen. So it's the wrong direction, unfortunately. So, whoops, let's not make the exact same mistake again. Let's get the game back up. So I apologize for that. You didn't miss much. It was just walking through the streets at night. But it's back to being daytime, and so now we can try the church again. And so we tried the well-known church. Let's try talking to a priest. The priest explains that the next mass will be at Vespers. You continue talking. His only news is so trivial you immediately forget it. You get the impression that all is well in Koblenz, but then not all priests are well informed. You come to the Liebfrauenkirche. Liebfrauenkirche? Lieb is love, right? The Church of Koblenz. A beggar sits outside asking for alms. Within the chapel, you hear the priest intoning mass. You decide to. So it doesn't look like we can learn any saint stuff here. So let's go to the main street. Let's go back to the churches. Let's try this one where the monks study. Maybe they've got something. An elderly, clear-eyed monk bows and asks your business. You explain that you... yeah, some tutoring might be nice. The old monk promises to inquire and bids you wait for an answer. You take seats on a wooden bench. Our master of novices has few charges at the moment. He can provide instruction in certain scholarly pursuits for deserving persons, perhaps including some of you, but, the monk continues, a contribution of 1 groschen each day would be received most gratefully. Invitations to appropriate people will be delivered daily to your inn. You are staying at Gasthaus, are you not? After all, any other residence would be illegal by the laws of Koblenz. Okay, so we... let's see if it will let us... learn about saints. As you're escorted into the library, your guide whispers a gift of 2 groschen to help maintain the library would be appreciated. Hey, that's how I got into college, baby. No, not really. The old librarian nods and talks happily about the documents they have concerning various saints. You discuss your preferences and discover that today you only have time to study one saint and only one person can see the sources at the time. You decide to. All right. So we got Januarius, John Cry. I don't know if that's actually like shorthand for something. So let's, again, I'm going to go to the clue book. And where are the saints? Religion. So we've got Januarius, Saint Januarius. Let's take a look at what he can do. Or I apologize if some of these are men, women. Okay, so Januarius. Interactions with animals, this saint may protect him. So that could be helping with like wolves, boars. It prevents attacks from wild animals. John Chrysostom, that's what the CHRY is. Let's see. It can boost perception, speak common, speak Latin. Know what that perception? Oh, sorry. Perception's reduced, but it gives a boost in common and Latin. Okay. Raphael. Heals endurance 100%, heals strength 100%. Oh, so it's a healing saint. That's clearly the right answer given my problems, but let's just double check Alexis. And again, there's something about, modern games. You never need to look anything up. That's one of the really fun things about a role-playing game is even though we're using VTTs, and if you look at like our last session, we're thumbing through books, especially our next, it hasn't gone up yet, but our last session of Scratch, we're pouring through books and stuff. There's something very, I really appreciate that sort of tactile part of gaming. That's why like when I, on the board game stuff, I tried to do a little bit of, it's very intermittent. It's not dead, but I just don't do it very often. I could play like on Vassal on a computer and probably do it much easier, but there's something about the tactile experience that unfortunately makes it so I'm trying to film a physical board game. And that can be tricky. St. Alexis, local rep at nearest city goes up. If the party has less than 12 fenning, it receives a bunch of money. So I want the healing. I want Raphael. Oops. Okay. You know what? Let's go to the inn because 1, it's night, and 2, I need to heal, and 3, let's check up on local news and rumors just to be thorough. Official notices. Okay, basically it's just there's a curfew. Affairs elsewhere in the Empire. Talk of dragons to the north. Talk of the Speyer mines with knocker attacks. Okay. Gossip about the situation here. Nothing's going on. The city's boring. And there's nothing more to hear about picking up jobs because nobody wants freelancers. Probably don't have the rep yet. Okay. We've learned what you can. So let's take a residence work, price, study, experiment. I think that's what we need to do. So what we need to do is we need seek hard to earn money. So we got to pay for all this. Henri is who we want to train. Let's see what Henri's business is. Speak Latin 16. That's not great. 28 speak common. What's his religion? 38. That's solid, but... And I think he's my religion guy, so... If anybody's going to study it, it's him. It's crazy that Sigrun's Latin is... Oh, alchemy, I guess. So let's study some religion. Trainer study. Religion. Interesting. I wonder how... Okay. Sigrun needs to heal. Eckhard needs to earn. So let's see how this works. Let's see how the 2 florin, 6 grosh, and 7 pfennig. Cost 50 pfennig a day to, so I don't think I can keep up with that for too long. 38 to 39. Okay, it's doing something. But it is burning through my money. So I think I need Henri to start regaining strength. I need to heal more than. So money's still going down, but not as rapidly. Sigrun's almost healed, so she can get back to earning money. Okay, back to in the going up instead of down. Okay. So let me see if everybody's earning. So I'm going 27 pfennig a day. Henri can train. Can he not train anymore? You know what? Maybe he trained. Maybe that's it. Okay. Guard the camp. Why would you? No, you don't need to do that. Yeah, somehow there's a way to set up camp in the woods, and I've just never done that. I need to. Okay, so I feel like let's exit the main street. Let's see. Let's see what's up with the. Oh well, let's sell. Let's sell some stuff. I want to go to the Great Fortress because we're having trouble crossing the river. So I'm trying to figure out if there's a way. Okay, let's just sell some of the stuff off real quick. We don't want to sell. Those are my potions, although they are worth a lot of money. Definitely can sell these clubs. Sell these falchion. I think Sighart had a bunch of stuff that was... Or maybe not. Again, I do wish it told you what you had equipped. Okay, I made a little money back, so that's good. Let's head out. Yeah, now I want to just check out the fortress. I don't know if we've been somewhere with a big fortress yet. Looming overhead are the great battlements of the Burg Ehrenbreitstein, the fortress of Koblenz. The sergeant of the entrance guard directs you to a clerk inside where you... Okay, so you could request an audience, but we're not going to have the rep for that. Wonder what the rep would be to get into like the Archbishop of Trier, like the head of the whole area. That would have to be astronomical, I bet. So we're just going to leave. I wonder if there's any harm to hiding among the people. Didn't seem to do anything. Now, so I was having trouble getting over here, and I don't know why. There we go. Okay. Let's save. 323, and it's 2344. Okay. Come across a Dominican friar with a small crowd of followers. Hail, good Christians, he says. I bear blessed news. Unable to ignore him, you are obliged to listen to a sermon about the everyday sins that everyone commits, sometimes without knowing it. His good news is that he pardons indulgences for these sins in exchange for a small donation. His followers crowd around, urging you to pay, warning of damnation and curses if you don't. So this feels like a shakedown. The question is... do you want to beef with the Dominican friar? Like, that's the thing. I mean, are we looking to kill Christians even if they're misguided roadside thieves? I just saved, so let's see what happens if we... Angry, the friar shouts, true sinners, I knew it. As you waste the charity of our Lord, so shall I curse you with a wasting disease. As he begins a special curse chant, you... Oh, we don't have a... I think this is why the guy was recommending, hey, start walking around and getting saints, because, you know, if we get more of a pile of saints, we probably could have... Let's do it. I'm going to pull this crap. I'm going to wreck shop. Okay. Let's see. Missile? No. Okay, so she needs to step out to the flank a little bit. 2 needs to step to the side a little bit. 1 can take a shot. Wonder how this goes. And 4 can take a shot. Okay, 2 now should be in a position to shoot. 3 should now be in a position to shoot. Oh, look at that. Okay, so C-Card is doing a bow, but a crossbow, but that time has come. Sigrun also has a crossbow, but again, it's too late. So we've got him engaged. So let's see, now that I've got this guy engaged, let me try that theory of having Henri come in and wreck shop with his halberd. And then let's get Eckhart in here with melee weapons instead of his bow. Didn't get a chance to do it because the guy went down. Okay, I'm taking a little damage, but mostly stamina so far. Sigrun's about to go down there. So I don't know if I'm managing this fight correctly, right? It's sort of chaotic. I can't quite tell what's going on with these graphics. I think this guy here is Sighard. So I want him to attack that person to take some of the pressure off of Sigrun. Let's have Sigrun parry, just to see if we can... No. Sigrun parry, just see if we can keep her alive. Now, there's actually like a berserk attack, which I assume you're trading defense for offense. Okay, so I've lost Henri. Sigrun's about to go down. Which is kind of a thing in these games. I mean, a lot of, Savage Worlds, I'm running 2 games of Savage Worlds. Like, there's an option where, you go all in on attack instead of, and you make yourself easier to hit. Okay, this might be a bit of a... You know what? I'm going to have C-Card parry because he's got 2 on 1. I need Eckhart to finish off and get over there. Yeah, so there you go. Now it's going to take some of the pressure off. He's getting behind the main guy, so there you go. Quarrel. I think, who's picking up here? Well, Sigrun's... Sorry, I've got a little bug. Sigrun's down, so let's distribute to another person. I want C-Card for the quarrel. Let's get that. I think Henri has a bow, so let's get that. And then we'll go back to... I probably should make C-Card the leader again just to gather normal stuff. Okay, we got some padded. That might be interesting. 70 to 71, 59 to 60. Got a little bow weapon, not bad. The friar and his followers are gone. Although everybody hates the pardoners, it is still a serious sin to attack a cleric. You can almost physically feel the loss of favor and virtue. Well, it was that or endure his Satan-inspired curse, said Sigrun. Not a pretty choice. I wonder if it's going to lower our... Ugh, yeah. So now I'm wondering, do I reload? And I think I've said this before, I'm not above save scumming And I'm trying to do this to get my stats up, not get them knocked down. So let's bring something back up. 2318? That can't be the last one. I thought there was one at like 2344. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this. Yeah, there we go, 2344. I wonder why it got buried down there. Now you have to be careful because you can't just sort of speed through, because my fear is that once I get to the bottom, it's going to pop up to the 10-3 one. Yeah. And that's how I almost deleted one of my saves early on in this. Okay, so let's keep making our way. It's interesting that the choices are like just eat getting a satanic curse, or I feel like once they try and ooh crap. Okay, let's see what this is. This village has been destroyed by some great catastrophe. The homes are all burned, the fields ravaged, even the animals killed. Only ruins remain mixed with the bones of those who failed to escape. There's nothing you can do here. I wonder if this is evidence of the dragon. You know what? I'm going to cut through. I don't even know if I'm going the right way. I'm trying to go to the northwest, but I think if I follow the river, I'm good. Okay. Coming over the rise is a large party of horsemen. You see it as a richly dressed bishop with a powerful escort of knights and soldiers. The bishop spots you, stops his party, and says, "Travelers, this path is protected by God. Surely you will pay the appropriate tithe for this service." He examines you more closely and decides, "For you, 1 groschen and 1 pfennig. Collect it, clerk." As the clerk comes up to you, distract him with a potion, then escape. In my mind, it's like just the lamest smoke bomb. Like everybody watches this, it never works well, but I'm gonna try pleading virtue. The bishop laughs at Sigrun's attempt to plead that your virtuous nature deserves special consideration. I wonder if her virtue's crap. Okay, so let's we'll pay the tithe. Bishop nods, a wise choice to render the church her due. He turns to his clerk and says, "Put that in my strong box there." His party rides off, leaving you poorer but wiser. Okay. Let's check. Looking into the next valley, you see a fierce battle raging. A group of well-armed robbers is assaulting a merchant caravan. The caravan guards, although outnumbered and losing, still defend their charge valiantly. You decide to... I wonder what saints would stop the battle. I feel like I have saints that could help us in combat, but it's not giving me the option to set those up. Let's join the fight. See how bad it is. Where's... I'm not seeing anybody else on the field here. Okay, so let's see if we can get a couple shots off. 1. I don't know what the range is, to be honest with you. 2. Okay. 3. She might be blocked, but let's give it a shot. No, okay. And 4. He should have line of sight. No? Okay. And that's the thing, as your range, you could get like 10, 15, 20 points knocked down before they get to you. But Not this time. Okay, so let's get back into real attack mode. 2 attack, 3 attack, 4 attack. Again, I don't know what the right move is here. So Henri's on his own. Let's see what we're dealing with. Bandit, club, just poor. Sergeant. It's got some better armor. So I probably want Eckhart, who's got like a Warhammer. Warhammers, I think, punch through armor. So I think that's a good weapon to... Oh, he's going after the... Okay, it's sort of new to do that anyway. Okay. Okay, so she's swinging around here to help Henri. So that's good. Although she can't get the pathfinding. Okay, there she goes. But it's interesting. There seems to be some logic to what it did. It had my guy sort of end up going after the most heavily armored, the guy with the Warhammer. And this bastard won't go down. Not bad. Okay. I think Sighard has crossbow, so I think Henri has... Oh, because the guy had a short bow, the leader of the bad guy, so that's good. And then I think I'm gonna have Eckhart take the scale. I don't know what his armor is. Who do I got? Sigrun. Eckhart's gonna take the sail, and he's gonna take the padded as well. Take the medium shield. I don't know if he's what he's working with, and then let's go. Sighard's gonna grab the stuff to sell, and then we're gonna leave. Let's see. There we go. Missile there. Nice, nice. The caravan master is pathetically grateful. What? Okay. So, it's interesting. Stephen King, I think in his book on writing, absolutely wonderful book. I would love to write books for a living. I'm not talented. I don't have I lack the focus. I'm doing this when I could be writing, I guess. But this is a hell of a lot more fun. But I think at one point somewhere he said the road to hell is paved with adverbs. So the caravan master is pathetically grateful. Like, why would you, for your help? I mean, he was getting killed. Like, why is that pathetic? You saved our lives and our fortunes. Please take this reward. He hands you a weighty purse with 1 florin and 4 groschen. Thanks to you, my family still has a leader, my wife a husband. Another merchant gives you an iron arm. I wonder what that does. You humbly accept these gifts, saying we appreciate your generosity, but the greatest gift of all would be for you to remember us with fair thoughts. For us, the greatest reward of a virtuous deed is the Facebook likes. Yeah. Anyway. Cool. All right, so let's save. 23, and it's 23:59. Feel bad. My son's still up there doing homework, and it's almost midnight. Me, I'm just being a jackass on a computer game at midnight, but poor kid actually has to do stuff. So let's check in where we are. Before you lies the walled city of Köln. I'm bad with umlauts. The largest city in the empire. The center of trade and craftsmanship is a free city. The rat of the Reichsstadt has selected the Alta Herr to direct day-to-day affairs. You suspect that you will be unknown here, therefore you... So where's Köln? Okay, so you know what? Let's do this again. Let's show you on the map. So we are right here. So again, we started in Speyer, and we sort of made our way to Worms, Mainz, Koblenz. Now we're here. And apparently this is the biggest city in the empire. Now I wonder if the empire, is that Empire Berg? Like, are these all empires, or do they mean literally Like the Empire. I have no idea. But there we go. Yeah, so we've made, I wonder how long it's taken. I was looking at the okay, we're gonna go to the gate in broad daylight. We're gonna try and charm our way past. Okay, still gets the bump. And it's smart. It doesn't let you do it again. Let's see if we can hide among the crowd and sneak in. I wonder if there's any... Okay. Hi, we'd like to enter your city. No? You shall all die. Let's pay the toll. Nice. So what do we got here? We got Domplatz, the political center of Köln. Neumarkt, the central market of Köln. Tall spires of churches. Crafts Guild. Haus Leiskirchen, a well-known inn. Okay, that's the inn. We're going to end up there because we need to heal. So again, let's first hit... let's hit the central market. Let's sell off some of the stuff we've been picking up. Who do we got? We got Sigrun. Let's go to Eckhart. Sieghart. He's been picking up a bunch of garbage. Don't need that halberd, so let's sell that. I'm going to sell the short bow. We've all got a ranged weapon. Let's sell these clubs. Sell this leather. Padded. Okay. Okay, we're up to 1,300 fenning. So again, we were sort of getting a little ahead of the curve again, so that's good. Let's leave. Let's check out the pharmacist stalls. Oh, yeah, this is going to be just... So let's head to the main street. Let's head to the church. Let's see if there's any... Let's make Henri our leader. Because he's the guy we want. So we've got two... Okay, so we've got a great cathedral. Dom, the great cathedral. Then we've got Saint Mar... you know what? It's a long word. So we've got there's a well-known church. We got a well-known cathedral. And then we've got the place where we study law and administration. We've got a university, so that's good. So we're definitely going to hit that. So let's start by hitting the great cathedral. Gargoyles lead overhead as you approach the famed Dom. Your footsteps echo inside the mighty nave. Ominous statues and glowing stained glass images loom overhead. You talk to a priest. Our great Dom is famed throughout the land. We honor many saints, but emphasize none, nor do we hoard holy relics. The building itself is sacred enough. Okay, so let's leave the cathedral. Let's check out here, because I have a feeling this is what we're going to want to... Let's see what it does to heal. I'm sorry, but the abbess does not feel she can help you with your injuries. Okay. Seek the aid of a physician who in the guild district. Okay, fine. Let's study law and administration, because we want to... Saints. A gift of 4 groschen to help maintain the library would be appreciated. Okay. And we're going to have Henri. So we got Agnes, Paul, Erasmus, and David. So let's quickly go to Agnes. Party must include at least 1 female. Okay, we got that for this prayer to succeed. Charisma goes up. Local rep at nearest city goes up. Okay. Paul, let's see what Paul's... let's go to Erasmus because it's... The clue book is alphabetical, so I'm just going to go... let's see. Agility goes up, perception goes up, and armor becomes impenetrable to flame weapons, so it's flame resistance. Then we got David. Intelligence up, charisma, perception up, ride up. Weapon currently in use and skill goes up, so it would be a weapon buff. And then what's Paul? Paul feels like it should be a big one, if it's the actual Paul. So I don't know if this is Paul the Apostle or Paul the Simple. If it's Paul the Simple, it heals endurance 100%, heals strength 100%, but your intelligence is halved. However, in some interactions, this saint may help you see into the mind of the other. St. Paul the Apostle bumps a bunch of stuff. Intelligence, common, Latin, read, write, and heal. So right now, I'm going to do Paul. Why not, right? Okay. Let's see. Let's just see what they can let us train. Because we can just get the option, right? And now let's hit the university. If we can still go there. It looks like light's fading. Okay, it's locked for the night. So, okay, let's head to the inn and start healing. Sighard can earn. Henri needs to regain. Sigrun needs to regain. Earn. Am I losing money? Oh, yeah, because only 2 are. Okay, so let's get Sigrun now earning. Okay, good. I've got it's not the map. All right. Is it going up now? I think it's still going down. Okay. So now Henri can earn. Can nobody train? Doesn't look it. Okay, it's slowly going. So this isn't worth it. It's going up like 1 pfennig. I wonder if this inn is just super expensive. So let's leave and let's head to the university real quick. Main Street. Tall spires. Visit the Universitat, the famous university in Cologne. Let's see what they can do. At the Universitat, the University of Cologne, the snobbish staff prefers to speak Latin and expects a perceptive intelligence from applicants. You try to act intellectual as you inquire about. Let's have Sigrun take the lead, I think. Charisma's 25 and speaking is good. What's in the intelligence? 40. Yeah, you definitely want Sigrun. Is she the leader? Let's make her the leader. And let's, I guess we don't have a philosopher's stone, or we don't have the money. Alchemical formulas. After hours of searching, Sigrun says, "This is hopeless. Everyone's mumbling in Latin and laughing behind our backs." Huh. I wonder what our stats need to be. Okay, let's try knowledge of new saints. Let's make Henri our leader, if that matters. Latin terms, arrogant students, and supercilious staff intimidate and befuddle you. You have never felt more stupid in your life. You know what? Hold my beer. This is too frustrating, Henri says after hours of searching. We'll never find the library today. Let's look for something else or come back another day. Okay, so this is a bust. Let's see. Oh, teacher we can hire. Let's see what they got. Okay. Despite your best efforts, you can't find anyone to help you enroll in classes. Arrogant students and teachers sneer at you, tossing off incomprehensible Latin phrases. I don't feel like my Latin's that bad. Frustrated, you feel like a country bumpkin. You decide to either look for something else or come back some other day. Perhaps the staff will be more charitable. F this place, we're out. Let's head out of the city. Let's try sneaking by. Okay, we slip past the guards, but it doesn't seem to affect any of our stealth, so let's see. It's now officially the 4th of October. Okay, so we are... Okay, we made it to Colne. We need to keep following this river. Well, we need to go a little bit off the river. The next town is... Looks like Kemper? Then there's drawings through the word, so I can't quite see what the word is. I wonder what the time pressure was on this mission, because we've probably taken forever having to heal and work. This is going to be... Whoa, 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 where are you going? Okay. Rustling noises alert you, then a split second later, cutthroat thieves leap from ambush. So I'm going to have 1 and 4 attack to start the thing. Now that stuff's going for a bit, let's get... This guy, I'm worried, is going to come and flank... What's her name? But... Let's get her over... Oops, over here. And let's get him over here, too. So let's sort of... like in football, where you know... have the running back, follow a guard that's, coming around. The old Redskins, well, I know they're the Washington Commanders now, but I think back in the day, Joe Gibbs used to pull guards and from one side to come over to block the other. Maybe that's not just him, but I just remember that way back in the old days when they had like John Riggins as their running back. They won a Super Bowl with Joe Theismann. I remember them doing that kind of guard pull or whatever it is. Okay, pole arm's going up. Nice. Impact's going up. Very nice. Took a little bit of damage, but not outrageous. All right, took care of that. But I need to... I don't know why it started wandering off the road. I think it had something to do with maybe I clicked when the map changed. Okay, so we're in Kempen, not Kemper. Okay, so we've got one more city to the north, and then we've got... And then we cut northwest. Okay, so we're gonna... Nope. So let's keep following the road. So I think that would be like Dursburg. It's right to the northeast of... So we don't want that one. So this should be... Let's see what this should be. Xanten. Okay. We're going to keep traveling, though. Nope. Nope. Gotta figure out which way to click so I don't just walk into the city graphic again. There we go. Coming up the road... I don't think I saved recently. Crap. Coming up the road is a well-dressed but elderly nobleman riding a proud steed and surrounded by knights and guardsmen. He stops and looks you over and says to the knight, "Don't these people owe us the road toll of 1 florin?" The knight looks a little confused. The road toll? Man, the guy's got no game. Then he collects himself, gives you a strong stare, and says, "Pay the toll, knaves, you." I'm going to try talking him out of it just in case there's a way to get some points. We get laughed at. Fine. And now we're going to pay. The knight gives your money to the nobleman, who grabs it quickly. About time, he grumbles, then leads his party onward. You shrug off the encounter as bad luck and continue onward. Which is fine. I don't know how much money I actually have, and I don't know how much of that. So we have 3 florins. So that's a chunk. That was a chunk. But that's okay. So, north of Xanten. Okay, so you can sort of get your general location. Okay. I wonder if these are like castles or... okay. Stopped by armed men, weapons drawn. Empty your packs. We must check them in the name of Lord Udo Hartig. Certain your goods may be sheet to our lord. Yeah, let's greet him as friendly manner. Sometimes I throw... Oh, nope, they just attack. Okay. Can't just be 2 of them, right? Is there more? Or is it just like an advance? Oh, nice. Oh, no. Okay. It's interesting. I wonder if the graphic gave us a road because we were on a road or if it was just a little random. Again, I wish I knew. You know what? Let's start 2 attack, 1 attack. Now, what I'm going to do is this guy's probably more heavily armored, so I'm going to have 4 punch through it with his warhammer, with Sigrun hopefully supporting. Now, he didn't go for the warhammer guy, because he got jammed up first by the other guy, but he put him down quickly. So hopefully now they can tag team. Now they need to get over and help Henri because he's taking a beating. Nope, Henri's down, but it's stamina damage, so he can get back up at least. Guess a lot happens when you take a drink. Or I should turn to a drinking game. Every time Henri goes down, I need something harder, but... Okay, let's distribute to C card. He's just going to take the falchions. Battle axe. Now that could be an interesting weapon. I don't know who should use it, but... And let's leave. Battle results victory. Let's see if we get anything for it. You survey the fallen bandits with satisfaction. A few less vermin to bother honest travelers. Nothing for it. Okay. You know what? Save. 10:04:23. 0:17. Part of why I want to save is in case I accidentally misclick and run into this, but now I'm kind of curious what's there. Okay, so that's the robber knight Udo Hartig. Henri's too hurt, so I don't think I can really set up laying siege. I guess I could eat the locks. I don't know what the point would be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load... I think this worked last time where we lay siege, and I think that sort of wore down how many people eventually come at you when you challenge the Rauberger to single combat. But I don't remember. I'm going to go away for now, though, because this isn't what I'm trying to do. This might be where I'm trying to get to. You encounter a small group of refugees. Men and women trudge along with all their clothes and household goods on their backs. Some are staggering from sickness, few are on litters, even the children struggle along warily. So I can't lead them in prayer to cure disease. I don't know if that's because they don't have the right saints. I can just avoid them in their disgusting trash filth, but that doesn't feel... I'm going to give them a little money. That's all I can do. The refugees again are pathetically grateful. The plague has destroyed our village, only we survived, and then by fleeing, says their leader. You see how sick they are and wonder if they have indeed survived. Oh, they're going to also kill everybody they come in contact with, but so be it. Still, for your aid, they blessed your name and promised to pray for you. The virtuous glow of Christian charity makes them... makes the entire world seem a better place as you journey onward. I think I've said this before, maybe not during Darklands, but maybe during Demon Souls or my other thing, Elden Ring. I lose my voice pretty quickly when I talk, so that's why I'm constantly got... If you ever wonder why I've got iced teas all over the place on the role-playing game nights, it's because my voice goes very easily. Now, what I should be drinking is my glass of water, but I love iced tea. Unsweetened, sweetened, doesn't matter. Now, drinking caffeinated beverages at midnight is probably stupid. But so be it. Now, let's see if this is the city we're trying to get to. Actually, I'm wondering... Nope. What I want is party info. Because sometimes it tells you, yeah, east of... There we go. That's what I was kind of curious. There we go. Okay. Before you lies the walled city of Nimwegen, the famous Dutch city of artisans. in the Rhine Delta. As a free city, the Duke of Gelders has selected the Losunger. I wonder if that's actually now Dutch, like if they sort of switch, the language. To direct day-to-day affairs, you suspect that you'll be unknown here, therefore you approach the gate in broad daylight. We're going to try and charm. Let's make Sigrun the leader, so we can bump up her skills. Who are you? Sneers the sergeant. Pay up or be gone. Okay, let's try sneaking in. Didn't work. Let's just walk in the main gate and pay the tolls like honest folk. So, Scroll of Carl. I wrote down what it was, and I wrote down where, and I don't know if I wrote down who I needed to speak to. So, let me quickly do one of these. I'm just going to Google it really quickly to see if there was a bit of information I forgot to write down. Let's see. Scroll of Carl, Darklands. I bet I'm going to get nothing. Nope. The tough thing about playing this game, right? It's old and it was not a huge, massive hit at the time. So, let's try here. Basically, I went to the merchants area. Trying to think of who. Go to the Medici representative. So you can convert. Oh, you can get a letter that converts money to a credit, but that's not what I'm looking for. So talking to them, they won't talk to me because I don't have the rep. That's fine. But who else could I talk to? I was hoping. I don't know what I was hoping. Hanseatic League Hall. Let's see. Brashly proclaim your fame. So that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so now we got to go. Stealth changed from 3 to 6. Okay, that's a problem. Somehow that worked? Huh. It's going to head out a window. And basically what I'm trying to do is I'm now trying to get to the inn. You know what? But there's an... Henri's beat up, though. But I'm going to go for it, because hopefully... I haven't saved in a while, but whatever. It's only 4 of them, hopefully. You know what? I'm getting lazy. I should be taking shots with ranged weapons because I need to get those skills up. Also because it can make the fight easier and Henri's hurt, but... Okay, so I think I got 11 points of damage on that front guy. So let's start attacking. So they went down pretty easily. Okay, 34 to 35 for pole arms, and then bow went up to 24. Nice. Impact weapons went from 59 to 61. Not bad. Victory, gonna get a little rep. That's not bad either. But what we really need to do is get to the guest house. We're going to heal, so we need to take up residence. Regain, earn. Switch sig. So now we got 3 earners, 1 healing. Now somehow healing skills matter, but maybe it's not in this situation. Maybe it's when you're like out in the wild or something. Are we going down or are we earning? Nope, we're earning money, so that's good. Okay, so we're good. Let's leave. But unfortunately, I might have blown this quest because I don't know who to talk to. You know what? Let's look in the clue book just to see if there's some guidance to be had. I don't know. I'm going to go to quests, even though I'm not 100% sold that it's actually going to be there. It feels too small to be. Okay, so marketplace destinations. Okay, there's object quests. Various people in the city's marketplaces may sponsor you to bring them an item of importance. That's what this feels like, right? There are 3 major steps in object quests: getting to the object, recovering, and then returning it to your sponsor. Although your sponsor is impatient, in reality, you have about a year, to get there. That was one question I think I sort of brought up. And another year to get it back. If you wait any longer, either the item will have disappeared and or your sponsor will have... It's kind of crazy though, right? That's the scale that this game is working in. You have years to do a side quest. The real fun begins when you reach the location of the object. Okay, marketplace destinations. If you're getting an object from a merchant, banker, blah, blah, blah. So it sounds like what I need to do is I need to go to the market at night and try and break in. So cool. Okay, so the clue book, did what I need to do. That's great. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go to main hall. We're going to go to Scenic Grove. Wait till nightfall. Okay, now we need to go side street, trying to get to the market. You stumble and trip frequently, moving through back alleys, and more than one wrong turn slows your progress. We got jumped. Okay. It's not letting me do missiles. I'm starting to wonder if maybe I'm out of ammo. So I'm just setting up everybody to attack. With melee weapons, and here we go. Segrun's taking a little bit of damage. Seems to be split between strength and endurance. Henri's holding up okay. I wonder if he needs better armor. I wonder if it's that simple or if there's more to it. He's going mano a mano and not doing terribly, but taking some endurance damage. Okay, so we need to distribute to Sighard for the Quarrel, even though I should probably... I'm going to give the arrow to Eckhart because he seems to be out of ammo. Take that. Then we're going to go back to Seacard. We're going to get the rest. And then we're going to leave. Okay. Bow change 24, 26. Again, I shouldn't, dismiss these little things like, every little bit impact's going up to 47, to 50, missiles up to 28. So like all this helps. And we're doing this in service potentially of... Okay. The arrow marked. We're doing it in service of a quest. So, it's worthy. It's worth it. The main market of Nimwegen is almost empty at night. An old woman sweeps out the lower hall while the city guards stroll about watchfully, periodically testing locks. Again, it's going to be the same basically probably every single time, but I just love, and I said this before, I love that they're able to use flavor text instead of trying to show everything graphically with assets. It makes it so much more like the tabletop RPGs that we play all the time here at Black Latch Trivia Night, and it just evokes so much more. So, sneak past the guards. I'm terrible at sneaking, but can I do a bribe? I should have saved. The guard leader smiles. Men, he says, addressing his troop, we need to investigate that corner most carefully. He leads them away to a far corner of the building, ignoring you completely. All the upstairs offices are security locked. Moving quietly, you head toward... Let's do the leading merchant. As Sigrun steps up to the door, she comments in a whisper, there are some potions that make this easier. You decide to... Let me see if she's actually got the artifice skill. I think she does. Hers is 26. Let's see if anybody can beat 26. I don't think that's going to be the case, and I think that's a terrible number. But I wonder, what's Henri rocking for armor? Leather. We could probably do this. Sigrun's got nothing, so that's a problem. Got clothing, legs. I don't know what his iron arm is. I'll have to look that up. Let's see what Seacard's got. He's got equipment to spare. So let's, first of all, let's get... He's wearing plate and studded leather, so... Again, I don't know what's equipped on the list, so let's just go down. So let's, first of all, let's move this leather to Sigrun. And let's see if we got anything better for Henri, who seems to go down pretty... Well, he doesn't have any defenses, right? He's got a two-handed weapon. He's wearing all leather, so do we have anything better? Scale could be better. What's Eckhart wearing? Oh, he's pretty good. Scale and chain. So he's pretty armored up. So let's get to Henri. And let's... Is it just E? No? Go into the card. Whoops, just knocked my book down. Apologies. Let's see. That's battle, so let's go here. Arm. Okay. That's what you need. Not equip, arm. Okay, so let's go to scale. Let's arm. There we go. Let's go to Sigrun and let's get her some armor for her vitals, which I might have given her our leather armor for her. But that's still better. She's got cloth going on. She might still need vitals armor. And I don't know if I gave her any. She does have a medium shield, I think, going when she... So let's go back to Seacard. Let's see if he's got anything for vitals. It's stupid. I was kind of looking at... Switching back to my SM7B. This microphone, I really enjoyed this microphone. I really do enjoy this microphone. And I'm just kind of curious to bounce back and forth a little bit sometimes. This one I feel like has very similar qualities to the SM7B, at least how I've tried to equalize it. But I feel like it's got a little bit more, I don't know, if clarity or detail, or if I'm, like an asshole talks about wine who doesn't know what he's talking about. I might be that talking about sound because I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm kind of curious if the detail, like if there's something to the lack of detail, might not be the right way to describe it. But the SM7B, does that make it sound smoother, or do they both, since they're sort of accentuating the same types of sound, do they, is it going to be the same smoothness, but this one is more detailed and that's better? I have no idea. Or is it getting more sibilance here because it's more detailed than the SM7B would get? Because I think I do have a pretty sibilant, I do that kind of crap sometimes. Sigrun just used artificial. I'm going to try that, and hopefully, despite her best efforts, Sigrun fails. I can't handle this without strong alchemy. I need something like a thunderbolt potion. That thing will just blow the shit out of it. Let's see what eater water. Yeah, let's do that. In minutes, the lock, I think it's just like acid. In minutes, the lock is defeated and you are inside the office. It takes quite a while to sift through the chests, drawers, and bookcases full of ledgers, letters, and notes. Finally, you find the history scroll in a small chest behind the desk. You quickly slip out of the office, close the door, and conceal the damage to the lock. There we go. Let's get to the main street. Let's get to the inn. Okay, let's see. We're going to spend the night. Yeah, sorry, I was just saying goodnight to my son, who's finally going to bed. It's 12:40. Feel bad. I wasn't as good a student, so that's why. I was about to say I never had to do that, but that's why. Okay, so main street. We're gonna just walk out the door, right? I guess we can try hiding just to see what happens. Okay, we slip by it. I don't know if that's gonna affect. So what's party info? June 30th. So I definitely remember seeing. It took us a while to get here, right? Let's save. 423, and it is. All right, let's start making our way back, right? Now it's interesting. I wonder if the avatar here is based on. Ooh, rustling noises alert you. Then a split second later, cutthroat thieves leap from an ambush. I was curious if the avatar always looks like that, or if it somehow pulls information from one of your guys, like since Sieghart is at the front of my marching order. Missile. There we go. Okay, so I'm just setting up the melee portion of the proceedings. Okay, so even with slightly improved armor, Henri, well, again, he doesn't have a shield, so. Okay. So I'm not quite following the road, which I'm wondering if that's putting me more at risk, although I just cleared those woods during the day, so maybe that helped. Again, just following the road. I need to get to where the river sort of, there's a junction. Encounter a small group of refugees, sickness, etc., etc. Give them a little more money. Christian charity. Oh, virtue went up 5 to 6. My virtue's crap, so that helps. Let's see. Alchemist. Okay, so trying to talk my way through didn't help, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 guards and the alchemist. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Threw some alchemy at me, huh? I don't know what that did. But I do know I need to get them out of it, hopefully. Let's see if it gives me a little information on what's going on with her. Not seeing any. Looks like she's on fire, but I'm not seeing anything. They're not letting me attack while she's on fire. That might be the case. She can defend herself, it looks like, but yeah, Henri's going down hard. Ooh, more alchemy coming in from the cheap seats. I need to send. Somebody needs to deal. Where's the alchemist? Oof, it's got some range on him. Let's see if Henri can get there. So I think I heard him. This might have been from Josh Sawyer's playthrough, or maybe I read it somewhere else. That the thrown weapon skill doesn't actually matter when you're trying to hit an area of the ground. If you're trying to hit somebody specific, it might matter, but if it's just targeting an area, I think you hit automatically. Henri. Oh, Henri is dead. I don't want that. And I don't know when I last saved it. Although it did up my impact weapons by 3, so maybe a life is worth that. After defeating the alchemist and his guards, you take spoils of victory by carefully going through the wagon in tent. There's less than you hoped, but more than you expected, so all in, it's a good haul. That didn't tell me what I got, though. So let's load. Let's see, it's 10:04. So again, I need to delete some saved games from a couple days ago. 10:40:38. That looks right. Sorry about that. Usually I'm saves coming like crazy, and I just didn't. Also, I should stick to the roads, right? Thieves. Look at that. Little terrain to deal with. Four thieves. That should be manageable. 3 missile. Got my 2 crossbows in a race to get a second shot off, but I'm not going to bother. Let's switch to melee and let's go. Just to double check, I want to make him the leader, Sigurd, just because I usually use him to pick stuff up. We're not going to be doing much talking, I don't think, for the next little bit. Okay. Impact weapons went up a little bit. Nice. Okay, let's save. There we go. How do you see a few heavy wagons moving slowly along the road, guarded by a small party of soldiers? As you get closer, it appears to be a small merchant caravan. Let's see what they have for sale, and then maybe we can travel with them. Looks like they've got some nice alchemical options, but I'm not flush with cash, so I'm going to leave. Let's see if we can travel with them. After discussing the possibility for a while, they are uninterested. Okay, well, they've got an armed escort, so... And they don't trust us, that's fine. As you watch the caravan continue on its journey and disappear into the distance... Oh, not as you watch, you just watch. Let's see if there's a way... I'm just curious, can you set up a camp? Not that I actually necessarily... Well, I'm a little hurt, but I'm just kind of curious if it's a thing that you can actually do. Camp, F8. Just, what does it look like? This is cool. All right. I'm going to have Sigurd guard the camp. Maintain camp and get food. Nice. Henri needs to regain strength. Sigrun needs to regain strength, and Eckhard is going to guard. Let's see what happens. Spend a day. After 0 days, the risk is 0. Okay. Oh, you live off the land, but the Lord may be upset. I see. So... Okay, now it's 1 risk, 3 risk, 5 risk. It's going up a little exponentially, maybe? I'm going to stop here. You know, I got a little bit of health back, and I was more just curious than anything else. It's still worth a save in my book, even though I just saved. What else can you do then with the function keys? It's not in the menu. F6 is party information. F7 is ambush. F8 is... What is an ambush? Huh. I wonder what that actually does. Like, no, but... Like, you just set up on the side of the road until somebody comes, maybe? But that is very cool. Actually, you know what? Where am I? Party info is F6. I am west of Colne. So I've got to get to Koblenz, then Mainz, then Worms, then Speyer. Shit. It had to be Speyer, right? I'm laughing because I didn't write down where the quest came from. But I think this all originated in Speyer, and I've been traveling since. Okay, the Dominican friar. Okay, give him the groschen. Go in peace. Great. Again, trying to stick to the roads for the fastest travel time. I wonder how exact it has to be. Ooh. You notice the thick, dark vines on both sides of your path as Henri stumbles into one and falls to the ground. Then, with a soft rushing sound, giant spiders swing down from the trees and rocks, trailing the vines, which you realize are webs. You have a split second to see who can run. Distancing the spiders is difficult. Small bits of black vine are everywhere, clinging to you, slowing you down. Quickly, the spiders gain on you until you must turn and fight. Okay, I'm looking at 2 spiders. I'm not seeing anything around the map. So let's see what we can do. I don't know if I've fought spiders yet. No, missile. Then 2 missile. Where's the other? Oh, there it is. Missile, this guy maybe? Okay. Can 3 missile? Then 4 is out of arrow, so I'm not going to. Okay, total whiff, but let's get this going. Attack. Now we're into the melee. Splitting them off 2 on 2. 2 one way, 2 the other. Okay, so far, the top spider's pretty hurt. That one's going to go down hard. I wonder if the Warhammer had anything to do with that, or... Okay, let's see. Okay. Edge weapons up to 72. That's nice. Bow weapons up to 29. All good. The dead spiders ooze horrible fluids. Your weapons require careful cleaning. As soon as possible, you resume your journey in case more spiders show up. I'm going to risk cutting through the woods. Party of pilgrims, we seek the shrine of St. Mary on the outskirts of Koblenz. It's the wrong direction, but I want to be a good person. So I'm trying to get my virtue up. Maybe it was in the right direction. I thought it was in the wrong direction, but maybe... Yeah, I was wondering how precisely you had to click on the road to get the travel bonus, or... Okay, so more about ravaging, but it said east instead of north, so I'm wondering... Is this Mainz? Let's, oops, if I stop moving. F6 brings up party info. We are southwest of Mainz. Okay, so Mainz, so we got to go Worms, then Speyer. So 2 more cities south. So that one should be worms. Ooh, more spiders. All right. Nope, can't run them from them. So let's, what do we got? We got one in front of us directly. Is there any others? It might just be the one. Man, you know, I don't I don't think the game would have the ability, but it wouldn't it be cool if some could emerge from the trees? This is just sort of randomly generated, like procedurally generated maps. I wonder, you know, if it borrows a little bit from the surrounding terrain. I don't know. I thought we were in like open farmland, so woods might be a little. Okay, got a little polearm, got a little impact weapon bump. So that's good. Ultima 5 was really good about pulling from where you were to generate like the battle map. Suddenly, Seacard holds up his hand. I think someone or something is hidden up ahead, he whispers. You respect his perceptions and decide to. So what I can do is I can just walk out there, you know, ready to fight. I can use charisma to try and bluff past, try and flush him out with a potion, cry out that we just surrender. Just okay. Let's see if we have like a little bit of dignity here. Quietly sneak around them. Let's see if we can sneak around them and just get a bump to our stealth. Probably Woodwise change 6 to 7. That's worth it. Spiders. Okay. We're just going to fight because we keep being unable to. Okay, we got 2 going on here. So let's get 3 there, 4 there, 1 over here. Nope. 1 attack. And then 2 attack. Okay, so again, we're going 2 right, 2 left. And again, it's the right is Eckhart and Sigrun, and they seem to have better luck with their weapons. Oh, somebody just dropped 14 damage though on the left one. I'm wondering if that was Henri with the halberd. Ooh, somebody just Sigrun's taking a shot. She's down on her stamina, so that's okay. Henri's got some pole arms. That's good. He's getting better with that. All right, so we need to. Where are we? F6. West of Speyer. Great, we're almost there. We're going to go to the gate in daylight. Let's have Sigrun be the leader, and we're going to try and sweet talk our way in for no reason. Yep, it worked, but didn't give us a bump. Okay, so now we need to go to the Medici craft guilds. I'm doing this wrong because I'm not seeing respected physician and healer. Let's not get distracted yet. I just want to. Oops, wrong one. Here we go. Medici representative. Okay, insist on seeing the representative, Aldebert Goethe, about your reward. You are escorted into the office of Aldebert Goethe, the Medici representative here. Yes, there is indisputable proof that you have fulfilled your commission, says Aldebert Goethe. Therefore, I am honor-bound to pay this reward. He unlocks the small chest, carefully counts out 5 florin, then pushes the coins across the table. Thank you for your bravery. I will inform other Medici representatives that we can rely on you. They may have other interesting tasks for you from time to time should you be interested. Business out of the way, Aldebert Goethe gently unrolls the scroll to reveal the pages of illuminated handwriting. Perfect, he mutters. The workmanship is exquisite. Thank you again for your help. Smiling, he excuses himself and begins to read. You bow and depart. So we're going to return to the marketplace. We're going to go to the inn. And let us take up residence. We're going to earn, regain, earn. Okay, we're going to switch Henri to earning as well. So now hopefully we're going to be making money. Yep. Going up. Okay, Sigrun's almost... There we go. Okay. Now, can we save? Yeah, let's save. 423. And it is 0101. Now, the reason I want to save is I'm gonna stop here for the night. This is a nice long session. Hopefully, I'm not about to run out of hard drive space and lose it all. Because I just want to say a quick thing. What I think this session showed is what in my mind was the magic of Darklands, right? You get a quest. It takes you halfway across northwestern Germany. On the way, you encounter random encounter after random encounter. You bump into like a monastery by accident. You find a town that's been burned to the ground. You don't know why. You hear rumors of knockers in Speyer and, you know, the dragon to the north or to the east that's ravaging things. You run into people that, you know, have escaped a town ravaged by the plague. You encounter deadly spiders. I don't know if I said that already. You encounter an evil alchemist. So, and what makes this the magic of Darklands, it's the first time I encountered, of course, because I don't remember this from the first time I played, right? So it's the first time I've encountered the mechanics behind the game, right? The random encounters, the things that it pulls together to, you know, populate your journey. So it's all still new, and it's, you know, like what a trip that was, right? You know, it took us months and months to get there, and we encountered all these things. And I also think this might be sort of like, I don't want to say the high watermark of a Darklands run, because obviously I've barely done anything, but even on my way back, you know, I started to see some of the same things, right? We hit a couple of different spider attacks. We got wrecked and lost Henri to like an evil alchemist encounter, which we had already done. So even on this little thing, we had started to get a few repeats, right? We got like the sick caravan that we gave some money to because we couldn't heal them with saints. So, and that was just on one trip. So did we see, have we encountered, like, I know there's other random things. I know like there's probably wolves out there, you know, stuff like that, but it makes like such a great first trip, right? Where like what a narrative that trip was. And it was from all these random encounters, but, and you know, and to bring it back to RPGs, you know, like, Into the Odd, there's like the new Shadow Dark Kickstarter that just raked in tons of cash. There's Cairn second edition. I think I backed that Kickstarter. There's all of the, like, you know, I think Forbidden Lands, the Kevin Crawford RPG material. All of this stuff is based heavily on, I'm just trying to make sure there's not obvious ones that I'm missing. Ironsworn, in a way, you know, they're all based heavily on, you know, random encounter tables, right? And the trick is eventually, you know, you start to exhaust what that can provide. And, you know, sometimes like maybe like Ironsworn and Ironforge, the science fiction equivalent of it, they maybe they're not quite so specific as to sort of like spark general ideas. So maybe that works a little better. I don't know, but and I, you know, I haven't used these like heavily randomized table games enough to really have any expertise in them to know like this is actually totally wrong. But I know like I'm in a Forbidden Lands game over on the Alcoholic Adventure Cabal, and sometimes even there, like, you know, the GM who's it's been so much fun. We've been playing probably for years now. I lose track of time, but it feels like we've been playing for years. And a lot of it's random. And there are times when like the GM's like, yeah, you know what? We've done that. Or yeah, you know what? Okay. Which is, you know, that's how it should work. But it starts to make you wonder, like, how much of the tables have you burned through? And here in Darklands, you're starting to see, like, on the return trip, we hit a couple of repeats. Not that I fault it, because again, this game was made in 1992, came on like 8 5.25 floppies. Like, the fact that it just gave us that trip to Nimvegan and back, I find amazing. And that's the thing. So, like, as you start to get to the repeats, you sort of just blow through them, right? They don't slow you down. It doesn't take up much time gameplay wise. So it's not too much of a time sink, right? But that first time, what we just did is part of what a long time ago captured my imagination and made Darklands burn into my memory and influence how I think about games as a whole. As I said in the first session of this, it was because of whatever, like, the first trip, what we just experienced, and to me, that's sort of the magic of a role playing game, right? And it's the magic of Darklands, because Darklands presents a computer role playing game unlike any computer role playing game I've played. But it's very much how you present, like, a tabletop RPG. And I think that's what's so great about it, is it better than most CRPGs captures that vibe. So anyway, I'm going to sign off for the night. It's very late. The session's been a good, nice chunk. I'll probably get back to this a little bit more because there's a lot more to see. At the same time, though, I feel like this isn't a stopping point. I'm not going to stop right now. Again, I don't want to promise a full playthrough, but you could see how this could be like a point where you could say, like, and that's Darklands, right? That's, the magic of it. You just saw it in action. And what you get from here on out might be a lot more repetitive. And as it starts to get more and more, maybe there'll be a point like, you know what? There is a main quest, but it's a hassle to get through, and good enough. But until then, until we hit that point, we'll try and keep this going a little bit at some point. I'm not sure when I'll be getting back to this. It's going to be a little crazy. Everything's crazy schedule-wise, but we'll see how it goes. But otherwise, thanks again. This is Black Lodge Trivia Night. This is us getting through Darklands. We do audio recordings of our actual plays of RPGs. We have a couple of, like, conversational, I guess, podcasts that you call them. You can get them wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for Black Lodge Trivia Night. The YouTube channel, Black Lodge Trivia Night, is where you're watching this. So you already know what that is. If you enjoy this, like, subscribe, click stuff, whatever. And there was something else. Follow us on Twitter, Blue Sky, at Black Lodge RPG. So until next time, thanks again, and have a good night.